Okay. All right, I call the Ashland Planning Board meeting to order at 6:33. And minute taker is absent with notice. Andy Fitch, select board member, is present, but he is online. Correct, Andy?
Correct.
John Thomas is absent with notice. Ann Barney is absent with notice, being replaced by Andy Fitch. John Harville.
Here.
Tricia Ferris is absent with notice. Linda Barnes, present. And I am Kendall Hughes. Okay,
You wanna announce Kimberly, whoever online? Kimberly Cole, something, just so.
okay, we also have people online. Kimberly Cole. And Andy Fitch is online as well.
Coleman, yep, just so you have it.
Kimberly Coleman.
Yep.
And I have two people in the audience. All right, first of all,
Should we get their names for the minutes?
no, we don't, not until they talk. Minutes of May 7th, 2026. Oh. Well, that's a spot. Yes, if we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah.
That's all right, the fire messed you up.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh. More ways than you know. All right.
Not as young as we used to be.
All right, minutes of the May 7th you have in your packets there. I would entertain a motion when you are ready.
You're just missing the name for Don.
Don Coleman.
Don Coleman.
Okay.
I didn't find any other
I don't have it either.
options. May I move to accept the minutes as amended?
A second.
With the addition of Coleman.
Correct.
I have a motion to approve and a second to approve the minutes as amended with the addition of the name Coleman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll abstain.
Mr. Finch abstains. So 301. It was John and Linda or Linda and John?
Linda then John.
Linda and John. Okay, the minutes of May 9th. Let me just, for just a second here. The minutes of May 9th we had a quorum of members. So we did a meeting, but it was a training session with the New Hampshire Planning and Zoning. The entire meeting concentrated on educational things from the start to the end. There were no votes taken, and that's all that was done was education. And quite honestly, I will add, I thought it was an excellent training. Do I have a motion to accept those minutes?
I so moved.
I'll second.
Okay. I have a motion to approve and second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Abstain.
So 301 again. Okay. We do not have any public hearings. We do have a gentleman who would like to come and talk to us about some stuff. We cannot do any vote, no vote will be taken tonight, you understand that? So you may make your presentation.
And names.
Yes, and please state your names for the record.
Sure. First of all, can I remain seating and talk?
You may remain seated and talk.
Thank you. Appreciate it. My name is Michael Soriani. I'm at 246 River Street here in Ashland. Okay. So there are two items that I have wanted to present both to the planning board and actually, I guess, the zoning board.
So this is only the planning board, zoning board meets on a different night.
No, I understand. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I last met with Ron Baird last week on a different issue altogether. And anyway, at that point, I didn't know what to do yet, you know, what my.
Could you just tell us what your issue is?
Okay, so first issue is there's some property associated nearby our boat slip association that where
What's the property address?
okay, so okay, the first one we want to talk about is 103-038-000-000 and then 4 zeros. So if you go on your access.
103-008.
No, 038. And then you got 000, and another 3 zeros, and then 4 zeros.
Okay,
So that piece of property was previously,
right, and are you the landowner?
no.
Okay, you're in
Not
the
the
butter.
landowner. Right, but what, going by in April, I saw that the docks that were there, okay, had been removed. And there was a sign put up there, boat slips for sale, okay? And, I was just wondering what was going on, cause I own in our, association, slip 44, which is very much nearby. It's actually out on the point there. If you go back to the map,
Yeah, I have a picture of it and that's what I was going to.
yeah, okay,
And that's-
there we go. So on this map, I could point it out to you.
Right here.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ron.
On the
That's
cursor.
it. Right,
He's right on the end.
right
Yeah,
on the end.
Change your map to,
this one.
no, go up where the 3 hash marks are on the right.
Top right?
Yep, go to the far right side right there. Base map. Hybrid,
This one?
Yep.
Top one?
there you go.
So, you see the letters there along the yellow line? You know, just at 1 o'clock, if you will, that is my boat slip, number 44.
This one here?
No, that's 46, then there's 45 and 44.
Go
Bring
south, go
your
south.
cursor
Down into
down,
the
right,
harbor.
Right there.
that's it,
Right
that's
there.
44.
Mhm.
So, you know, I was just concerned because I've had situations in the past where my boat has been hit, okay? As people
Yeah.
were, and I don't know who, whether it was from valet people using the docks in that 0.2 acre area, or whether, you know, valet people pulling out of their docks, or whether it was some other people coming around, as was my longtime friend in 46 at the top. Okay, so 44, 45, 46 in that straight line. We've all been concerned because at very times, depending on water level,
Yeah.
wind, you know, current and all of this stuff, it makes us very susceptible. Anyway, so I was wondering what was going on. Number one, I saw that the docks were removed from that property and there was a for sale sign there. And I just was wondering what is going on ahead here. Okay.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Go ahead.
So I'm Raymond Art, and I'm the president of the Swan River Landing Boat Slip Condo Association, which is where all those boat slips are.
Which is
All that,
this here?
Yeah, all of that
entire-
and beyond,
yep,
Okay,
is
this here is all you.
correct.
and beyond.
Okay, yeah, and
Yeah.
beyond, so there we go.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The highlighted area.
correct.
Thank you.
Okay,
And we also own the lot across the street, which, thank you.
Which is this one here?
No, the other way.
This one here?
No.
Across the street from River
That's the
Street.
river.
Oh, over
There you
here.
go, yeah.
Up
Yeah,
a
the
little
boat
bit
storage
is the
area.
Parking,
Well,
no,
no.
not the storage area, just
See the
the parking.
parking area there?
This one here?
Yep,
Yep.
that's
Okay.
ours,
Okay.
ours as well.
Good lord, okay.
So, my concern is more the slips that were there, and I talked to Mr. Beard about this, I think back in December, right? That there were no slips ever depicted on any of the map. Like, if you look at our drawings, all our slips are depicted there. As near as I can tell, there was never a permitted slip in that particular area.
So it turns out that Mr. Van Sickle, this is the way it was explained to me, so I'll explain it to you the way it was explained to me. Mr. Van Sickle in 1988 applied for and was granted some boat slips there. Whether or not they were ever built is a different story. I don't believe they were, from what people have been telling me. But on paper, he had boat slips. We had the same situation with condos up on North Ashland Road. Same situation. The boat slips were there on paper, but they weren't there physically. Okay?
So, and was that permitted by the town or DES?
DES.
Because DES that I've talked to has no record of a permit ever being issued.
Oh, they sent us information on a permit that was issued.
Okay,
I may have that here.
the permit that we have that's been issued recently is for dredging.
By DES.
Yes,
DES sent us. And Jane has it. I don't
yeah.
necessarily.
Was
have
it just
here.
recent?
It was a permit that went back to 1988.
Okay, I had not seen that, and the DES individual that I talked to did not indicate that.
So what you're saying then, if I can ask the question, so, the permit was granted to Van Sickle, to Barbara Van Sickle
Right, and then it was bought by Barry Goff.
by Barry Law, correct?
Correct.
Right, so I've owned, that boat slip since 2006. Okay, 2006. And at that time, there were, as you said, no boat slips ever assembled, designed and put into place.
Correct.
Okay, too much later, when there was, I think you'll see it on the property card record, that at some point CNP picked it up as a walk around, as a pickup, that there were some docks.
Put in dock.
Yeah, okay, you can read it. It's the last line that, you see there in the building, yeah, right there. Thank you.
Yeah, in January they picked it up.
So,
No, 13. Well, there was a pickup in 09, something, except approved dock. And then in 13, the dock was completed. That sounds more reasonable to me, that the docks were really completed in 13.
Probably.
so where we're at now is it appears that the property has been sold to
Cotton Falls LLC.
Cotton Falls LLC, who is intending to put a boat club on there. Now, this is zoned residential,
Property is still,
right? He's intending to put 5 or 6 slips, depending on how,
Well-
he's already put 5 or 6 slips out there.
his for sale sign, I just took a picture of it. It had 7, 6, 5, 4. 7, 6, and 5 have already been sold. I guess him crossing that off.
My understanding is that he has permission from the state for 7 slips.
And I find that hard to believe because the state, when we've been doing work there, and when the dredging permit came through, DES had to notify us as abutters. And we have not been notified.
So
I also think that according to the town of Ashland's planning board site plan regulations, this is a change of use and a site plan should have been presented to the planning board to approve this boat slip and
Well,
it's
it brings up,
Swan River
it brings
Landing
up,
Boat Slip or Squam River Boat Club Incorporated.
mhm. It brings up some other questions that we are going to have to look into.
Can you go back to Axis?
The what?
Go back to Axis?
This?
Yeah. And go back over to the
The
land.
picture.
Go back to the land. No, I'll go over to the left where it says assessment building and land. Yeah, go to land and click on that tab. Yeah, right there. Click on that tab and go down.
Home site.
Home site vacant. Yeah, that's not, it's residential only. But sometimes you can have
Well,
multi-use.
I been on a planning board
Yeah.
as well, and that's where we get into it's a home site. It's zoned for residential. This tells me this isn't residential.
The current property card record.
Yeah.
And to change that, I believe it takes a town warrant.
Or a zoning board.
It would take
Take a variance from zoning board.
either a variance.
From ours, in our town, it requires it.
If the zoning regulations were to change, yes, then that would come from the planning board. It would be presented to the town. The town would have to vote on a warrant article to change the zoning regulations for that area. So,
The positive side is what, you know,
Yeah.
Well, and I also
But
went through.
however, the problem comes about with my concern and other, there's 46 people in that whole, you know, Shepherd's Cove and everything that access through that see this as a problem.
So,
I'm sorry, I didn't
so
make enough
here's,
copies, but-
here's the issue. Thank you, pass that up. Although this shows up as residential on our zoning, on our zoning maps, it actually shows up as commercial. We had this issue. And then, just like the marina, which you're president of,
Yes, no,
Not the
not the
marina.
marina, the boat,
the boat slip area,
yes,
that shows up as residential also.
yes, because we're a condominium association and we fall under the condominium RSA. So.
And these other boat slips are also condominiums. That's what we were told.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
No, that is what we were told.
Yep.
And that was a previous,
I don't disagree with you. That's probably what you've been told.
yeah.
But I'd like to see.
So
the document.
what I'm going to,
Should be deeded that way.
probably. Yeah, it would.
Cause you as the planning board, when I make a change to my covenants or my
Yeah, I-
bylaws, I'm required to give you a.
I
copy.
understand that. What I'm going to do is ask, Jane to look into this.
because if it is listed as commercial, does that mean they could put a club in there and run it as a
Well,
business and
it's
sell it?
something that we have to look into as a
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
I will ask Jane to take a look into that. We can have you put on our next meeting, which is the 18th. That way we'll have proper notice.
To the planning board?
Yeah, on the planning board. Okay,
Very good.
and then, we can figure out what's going on. Is that agreeable?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Kendall have that to give to Jane.
And who has approved what? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I'll have Jane look into it so that she can pull up, take the file, literally take the file and give it to us and we'll go over it.
Mhm.
Okay?
Those are
Yeah.
permitting guidelines.
Yeah.
from DES.
Yeah,
right?
no, I get it. I do have this thing here from DES saying that there is a permit and everything there. I will tell you that we have the map here from them. We will be looking at this and having a conversation with them about this and what they're advertising and what they are permitted. And that will be sent to the building inspector as well.
So does DES get involved?
DES will have to be involved as well.
Okay,
However, let me tell you about DES, as you may or may not know.
Yeah.
They move like a turtle.
Well,
well,
we,
they're understaffed, I am.
However,
I
we
do.
may have ways to speed the turtle up,
I do have a good working relationship with one of the gentlemen
Yeah.
there.
so.
You know, if I may add, and maybe this is, Marine Patrol has in the past utilized one of those older slips. And they know how difficult, and for them to pull out.
Yeah.
They also know. But again, if I could just state my concern, like I said, previously, those, my 46 has been hit, I've been hit. This past year, the finger dock, I share 44, I'm 44 and 43. The finger dock that comes out was hit so bad that we had to do a repair on that finger dock that supports 44 and 43.
Are you aware of a Melinda Town?
No.
Okay, she's the one whose name is on this. From DES saying if they have permission to do this. And she is the Shoreline Specialist Wetlands Bureau.
Okay, so that's.
That may be who you want to speak to.
Okay.
So in the regulations, as I'm sure you know, I mean, I have my land planning book, right? If I need to sleep at night,
It's good reading for that, yeah.
it's really good for that. So
It is.
there's
There's some interesting stuff in there.
there's some very interesting stuff, to be honest with you. But if you look at the summary sheet there from DES, the way that the dots were pointed previously, right, they didn't cross the property line. Well, they did, but not as drastically as they will now, because they've changed the angle of the proposed docks that they're building now, which that first dock will be.
This is the Google Earth shot of it I have up on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and this area now has been somewhat extended. But this dock, this is the dock that I believe was there when they talked about it before. They've now got a slip in here. Our property line essentially runs right down the middle of this. According to DES's records, that would not be permitted. Because
My understanding from looking at the map that was approved by DES, they are allowed only a 10 by 18 dock space.
Yeah.
And they are currently at a 10 by 24.
that's.
Yes, well, they are
So-
saying.
They added 6
Yeah,
feet.
they're
Right.
definitely
So-
in the navigational
We,
concern.
I will ask Jane to give a call to DES and as well.
I think DES needs to really get on site.
I don't disagree. I
Okay.
don't disagree.
In the meantime, do you have security cameras so that if somebody hits, you can
Yeah.
actually pinpoint who did it?
Yeah, we actually do. We have a pretty sophisticated security system. The challenge, and we probably need to come to you guys, we need to add a couple lights on the street side where we've had some, let's say, light fingers, on some of the boats that at night, I mean, I provide the information to the police department, the recordings and stuff. But in some cases, if it's late at night or whatever, the lighting just isn't adequate for the cameras to pick it up.
I think in our ordinances, the building inspector has the authority to add that for you.
Perfect.
So, just speak, we have a new building inspector whose name is,
Brain cramp. So
we have a new
Yeah.
building inspector.
You're relieving.
he's been on a week
Yeah,
now.
he's been a whole week, so be gentle with him.
So really, if you look at the map, you're looking to put a light here on this. Cause our power is on the opposite side of the road, so.
Well, we had a problem last year and the town of Ashland jumped on it for us, right? We put up a telephone pole right about here and they loaned us a light, which has helped, but we've since ordered 2 lights.
It doesn't get out to the point where we are at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Do they even need to go, or can we do that through the electric
I
department?
can do that through the electric
So-
and me, yeah.
Yeah, so talk to the town manager and the electric department, and we can work
Perfect.
to get that taken care of.
That'd be really appreciated.
Yeah,
That would,
unbelievable, yeah,
Mhm.
help.
Oh, so that's the steps there.
yes.
So,
And this, if you go back to that, again, we went through this with our permitting process. This whole area has been cleared out, which really should have required a shoreline permit.
Mm-hmm, oh, definitely should have, shoreline.
I'm willing to bet one hasn't.
One of the things I had mentioned to Ron here, when I met up with him is, where would these people be parking? And that's, again, part of my other public issue that I have.
We,
on River Street.
we have that concern too.
Yeah.
Where would they be parking? How would they be parking?
They can't park in your parking lot.
The bottom line was they were issued this beforehand, so it's grandfathered as far as that goes.
our roadside parking isn't grandfathered.
No, but I'm saying that the permitted boat stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Was
yeah.
grandfathered. Parking was not considered too much in that, I don't believe. But because it was pre-existing, we don't have a whole lot to do with that. In 1988, it was in its infancy.
But currently, is roadside parking allowed? Because.
Not there.
Okay.
It's pretty
Not
narrow,
there.
it's too narrow.
They had
Actually happens, I mean, even Marine Patrol has been notified,
Mhm.
when they come in with their trailer, they're overhanging, they're on the pavement.
Yeah.
Okay,
They did come to us and asked for, additional parking to be able to be created, and we said no,
Mhm.
because there isn't enough room.
yeah,
So basically, they're selling these slips, but there isn't corresponding parking.
They weren't required to have it when they, filed for it back then.
No, I understand.
There technically may or may not be, it still has to be determined, public parking at the Ashland Town Beach.
Mhm.
And that's, I do know that's, I have the same cringe,
Yeah,
but that may be where it is. So before we get too involved in it, I want to, put this on the agenda for the 18th, when we can also have them come here and discuss it with us.
That'd be great.
and in the meantime, we can do the homework. of
In the
getting-
meantime, we can do the homework. Does that work for you as well?
I appreciate that
Okay.
a lot.
Mhm. Okay.
so that's this issue that I want.
That is this issue.
Okay.
Next issue, I think I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
Okay, so the next, if you could pull your GIS map down to my house. Okay,
Your house is what?
right there on number 8 there or something, what's there?
Down, just-
Down to the left, yeah, that's it. Oop, go back up to the top, Oop, oop, there, thank you.
Number 2.
Okay, so that's.
That your house?
Residential, okay.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, thank you. That is also residential as part of the bigger 44 acre EFRA, or however you pronounce it.
And
Okay,
far.
but if I could show you pictures of what has been done since the fall.
Is
Yep.
that what you're talking about on the screen right there?
I believe what he's talking about is the clearing of the land and then the adding of boat storage areas and so forth.
Yeah, exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. Right now, I mean, so
Wow.
Wow.
with their valet deal going on. This area, which is kind of green here, was taken out
Oh,
and, so removed. And then a lot of stone put in here, okay? And so trailers have been here and now I have boat on trailers there. So it's that residential area.
right here.
No, the other car.
A little bit to the left.
Yeah, to the side of the street.
Oh, this.
Yeah, that
No,
one. Yeah.
he's looking. at
Oh,
the
oh,
GIS.
no, yeah,
No, he's
we're
looking
we're
over
looking
there.
at
Oh,
this
okay.
one.
Right.
I just happened to be,
Okay,
had my hand on it, it was moving.
all right, so go closer to the street there. Yeah, this black, you see all of this black there?
Mhm.
Yeah. that-
Oh, right here.
Yeah. So, that has been turned into I guess, some commercial use
Okay,
and.
what
So
I'm
that's
going to, I believe this is going to go as a civil issue, but what I'm going to do is, we will do a site visit. Okay, I will instruct each of the, planning board members to do a drive-by,
Thank you.
um,
Up my
prior,
driveway.
prior to our next meeting.
Okay,
And then talk with Jane, have it put on the agenda for the next meeting, and then we can discuss it.
And
Okay.
what's the
That-
address, what's
I
the
would
address? of the
appreciate
drive?
even if you come up, because my concern is the valuation of my property
Yep.
Mhm.
has gone down. There are trees on, over the line on their side, okay, that have fallen down over the years.
Mhm.
And right now, I'm for the last 3 years, I've been looking at root balls. Okay. You know, especially with the foliage down,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but you know, the limited amount of buffering that was done this in the fall. So they put stone in there and then put a big berm, okay? It does nothing, and that's why I would invite, you know, people to come up my driveway and stare at that.
So what I'm gonna ask is for the board members to go individually.
Sure.
That way I don't have to call a meeting.
And what's the address we're looking at?
And they can
So-
do investigation.
I'm at 246.
And you said your name is Michael Siriani?
Michael Siriani, Pat Siriani, my wife is on the property card record.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would like to do a site walk on the marina, I'm happy to give you a tour.
Okay. I think that might be in order as well. If you all could, do we have to schedule something, Leo, or can we just
If you
show up?
could, yeah, I live about an hour away.
Ah,
Okay.
But I'm.
I'm up here every weekend.
I'm here 365 days a year.
Yeah, I know, you look very familiar.
yeah.
I've been to a lot of the
I know you
economic
have.
development.
Mhm.
I've been trying to help.
And if you just let me know when, I'll make myself available.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to appoint 2 members to do an investigation and come back to us. I don't have to post that as a meeting. Correct, Ron?
Mhm.
Okay, so is that good with the 2 of you?
Yeah.
So you 2 will get contact information from him, take a look at it, and then report back to the board for the 18th meeting.
Okay, right before you leave, maybe we can just
Yep.
plan that.
Perfect.
On my calendar already. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, thank you for listening to us.
You're welcome.
And I apologize again to Jane, because when I transmitted this morning, I don't know, it went into La La Land in the digital world. The zoning-
Jane and I have spoken. It's been a heck of a day, though.
I know, yeah, different issues, but, yeah, what's going on with how many fire companies came in?
A second alarm.
Yeah,
6.
Actually, it's like about 8.
some trucks that were there,
Yeah, different story.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, let me also, seeing you live in the town of Ashland 365 days now, I will advise you that we do have openings on the planning board. We are looking for
I know.
some alternates. I know you're very involved with stuff in town.
Well, yeah,
The alternate is a very important position, but it brings an extra set of eyes to everything.
Mhm.
well, yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, you're right. I'm stretched at this point.
Well, that's why I'm asking you. They're the only ones, the busy people that have the time to do it. All right, so that's that. Back to the agenda. So you're all good with that?
Thank you very much.
Mr. Marina President, sir, I'm sorry,
Raymond.
Raymond. I would ask for you to go onto the town website.
Yep.
Under planning board. There will be a document posted there under the may be under master plan. that is the recreational use of the town, for the master plan. Part of it does deal with the marina, so if you are interested, if we could take a look and add your comments,
Oh,
so we
absolutely.
actually make a great document.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Fantastic.
And you said you're up on weekends?
I'm up every weekend, but I'm gonna try retirement this year, so
Oh,
I'm
good
hoping
luck.
to come up a little bit more often.
It will be under the new chapter 5. It's also the old chapter 5, but, right now we're calling it chapter 5 and it's very updated. Let's see here. I should have a copy of it. Oops, I don't have a copy of it. But, it deals only with the recreation and,
Chapter 5 of the master plan?
of the master plan, yeah.
Yeah, so you go to documents and then planning board. Planning board. Where is it?
I don't know if it's in here. I think it's actually in, here.
Your master plan.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I don't think that we actually have it on the webpage yet, but it will be very shortly.
Chapter 5, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to download it.
so there's a new chapter 5. You'll see a section that's gonna say proposed master plan. And it'll have a vision statement, a land use, and a chapter 5, which is recreation. This is the old one. It's been greatly updated. The Ashland Area Recreation Association did a major part of the updating along with our Parks and Rec director.
Great.
Yeah, I personally have been trying to follow, I guess, proposals for utilization of the beach area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is currently off
Times
the,
that I could be available,
Yeah, I guess, yeah,
this coming Sunday.
the latest thing I saw that, I guess we're trying to look at repairs.
Pretty much.
yes, doing some repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think
It's always
the
good.
majority of the town
Agrees
is
with
more
that.
concerned with that.
Yeah, very much so.
Next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend.
Okay, moving on to new, well, you guys can
We're just coordinating times
you
before they
coordinate
have
with
to.
him and
So I could either do this
they're
coming
good.
Sunday or pretty much any time the following weekend of the third.
Only weekend.
Is that better for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Ray, John and I could either do, I would prefer morning of the 30th. That would be a Saturday, or that Sunday I could do pretty much any time in the afternoon. Doesn't.
I'm good, whatever works for you guys.
We do it late morning then?
On the Saturday, the
Well,
30th?
Yeah.
Yeah, June 6th, you're.
Oh, they're talking this weekend.
We're talking, no, we're talking the one after, but the
Okay.
30th,
Oh,
but
the
either
weekend
way, it's the
after,
weekend
yeah.
in between. Okay, so if the late morning on the 30th, if that would work for you,
It will.
okay.
Oh,
Would 11 be good for you, John?
11 would be perfect.
Just so you know,
Okay, what if
on
we
June
could do
6th,
11?
That's the annual meeting.
And that's
with
what
our
day was off.
association.
That is the 30th.
June 6th is like the day.
And so that's at 11. And what is?
Maybe it'll be warm. Tonight we're gonna have.
283 River Street.
Oh, don't remind me. My wife
It's right
put
next
all
to the
the
covered
plants
bridge.
out.
Oh, we were
Like,
getting ready to put
on the
more
river
in.
I told you, you can't plant anything until after Memorial Day.
We're on the campsite side.
My uncle used to tell me that all the time.
And I will give you my
Good old New
name,
England.
phone number, address, anything changes, just let me know.
So just so you know, I purposely put my boat into 44. To, as this thing, that project is moving forward. To make somebody aware. You know, I usually wait until after, and I said,
You knew it,
no,
dog.
it seems to be rolling along.
Yep.
And,
Otherwise known as Wolf Lakes.
Yeah,
All right, we need to get rolling here. First thing I need to do is, the Lakes Region Annual Planning meeting and awards at Church Island is Monday, June 22nd,
Mhm.
from 4:30 to 8 p.m.
Again, thank you so much.
Currently from the boards, I have, Tim Peters and Linda attending.
Mhm.
Right, I might not be in state.
And John won't be in state, actually, Sid already told me that. So I think unless anyone else really wants to attend, those will be the two board members attending. And I will take care of your husband to attend as well. So,
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I have his contact info.
so that's that. Andy, you didn't want to attend, did you?
No.
Didn't think so. All right, review of the master plan. Actually, I'm sorry. What should have been on, oh yeah, review of planning board rules and procedures.
May I insert something before we get to that?
Yeah,
Not for tonight, because I can talk to Jane about it next time, but I should give an update of the most recent LRPC meeting because they're one of the thing. Andy, can you hear me?
Andy, can you hear Linda?
One of the topic of the most recent meeting was on low impact development, which had to do with resources for water management, where water tends to pool and ways to do it in a way. So I won't go into it now, but I'll talk to Jane about maybe.
I would
updating it
also
next time.
ask if you could coordinate with Jeannie Angel,
Yes.
because she's working on a housing thing for us. Continuing to work on a housing proposal. Okay, rules and procedures. Have you all had the opportunity to look over them? I have spoken with, Tricia Ferris on this. She looked this over and she thought it was done very well with all the changes that we're asking. What is crossed out, it obviously will be taken out. What is, in red that's not crossed out will be added. Okay? What is extremely important is the application for subdivision and site plan review. Applicants for hearings with planning board shall be made on forms provided by the planning board and presented to the land use assistant or other agent appointed by the chairman, who shall sign and record the date of the recipient. So only the land use secretary, or if she's absent, I will appoint somebody else to. They have to stamp it and everything, and that's when the date's time starts. Notice shall be given 10 calendar days before a completed application is submitted to the board, as required by that RSA. Complete application shall be accepted by the majority of the board and shall be scheduled for consideration within 30 days, calendar days of acceptance. The application sufficient for application shall consist of a properly filled out application form, all appropriate fees, and a complete abutters list. A letter of authorization if needed, and the planning board's sufficient to reflect the intent of the proposal. So our current form does that, so we'll ask that. The board shall reject all applications not correctly completed. Jane has the responsibility of going over these to let us know if they are or are not completed.
Clarification question. When we say we reject, does that mean we reject them as not complete?
Not complete.
Okay.
Yep.
Should we?
No, it's fine.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I got one.
Yeah.
Formatting thing up there. Under forms,
Yeah.
you don't need a number one if you don't have a number two.
Correct, but in the future, there may be a number 2.
Okay.
So,
Do we need to add anything to the effect of all forms shall be made available in a particular way, or does that, do we not need to do that?
What do you mean, like
So
email?
right,
soft
well,
copy,
they're
or
right
hard
now on the
copy?
website, for example, they're, somebody shouldn't have to hunt to. Do we need to say anything about
No,
that?
because, I think it's sufficient the way it is,
Okay.
right? Okay, then it tells about the stuff. Hearings. Okay. It is important that we follow these hearing rules,
Mhm.
okay? Um, the chairman shall identify the applicant or agent representing the applicant and read the application. The report on how the public and personal notice was given. Which I do, and Jane goes over that to let us know, and then I tell you about it. The board shall determine whether the application is a development of a regional impact. We need to look that over and understand the whole thing on regional impact, which is further described below. We need to determine the completeness of the application and if any waivers are needed, if we're going to give them. We must just make sure that we are
Mhm.
familiar with this when an applicant comes before us. Okay? Each person shall be required to state his name and address if they're going to talk. We don't have to have a sign-in thing. They can just state their name and address, and our secretary can record those. Linda, you can help me find this. I'm looking for the thing about alternates.
That is back on the first page. Under members and alternates.
Is this number 5?
Yes,
Up on
it
the
is.
screen? Okay.
Yes, it is.
At planning board meeting, alternates who are not active to fill a seat of an absent or recused member, or who have not been appointed by the chair to fill an unexpected term or vacancy temporary, may participate with the board in a limited capacity. During work sessions or portions of meetings that do not include a public hearing, alternates may fully participate. Extensive use of any motion. They cannot make motions. They cannot second motions, but they can participate in doing everything else. They cannot vote unless they've been a full member. Okay? And it is our rules that they may sit at the table because they need to be fully advised and everything in case someone has to recuse themselves. Okay? At all times, the chair is fully informed of the public of the status of an alternate present and identifies the members voting on the application. And that's why often we will be taking roll call votes for certain stuff. Okay? During public hearings, alternates may view documents, listen to testimony, and actively participate and interact with other board members, the applicant, abutters, public. However, they shall not be allowed to make or second motions or participate in the vote as taken. Okay? Votes taken by the planning board require a quorum, which must be in person. We learned that from our recent training, that a quorum must be a group in person. It cannot include a person on Zoom. Which I find very interesting because of the whole COVID thing, but that's beside.
Yeah, they undid that. Yeah,
They undid it for COVID, but it's back in now.
right.
Okay. Although members and alternates may attend and participate virtually, virtual attendance shall not be counted towards a quorum for a vote. So.
So would we need a minimum of 3 in person to have it count as a quorum for a vote?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, minimum of 3.
Agree, yeah.
I do need to have this changed. Under chairman, the chairman shall preside over all meetings and hearings and shall prepare with the assistance of the board.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I thought I changed.
Yeah, I thought you had to.
that.
That shall be the board, not the vice chair.
Mhm.
An annual report and shall perform other duties customary for the office. Okay, so when I write my annual report, I bring it to you all for your knowledge and consent.
I'll fix that and send it
Okay.
tonight.
It's fixed on here, in this paper, it's,
Oh, so I think I must have the older version.
because it says shall preside over meetings and hearings, shall prepare an annual report with the assistant of the board
Okay, That
and
was-
the land use assistant.
okay, that was the copy that Jane sent out or put in her folders.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so that is that is, I thought I corrected that.
Okay, I have it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're good on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, John.
Yeah, she had sent this out before.
Mhm.
It changes our meetings. Now, question on the meeting time. Is 6:30 still good for you, or would you rather move it earlier?
I can do either.
It's fine with me either way, as well.
Well, my thought is, especially in the winter time, earlier might be better.
Mhm.
So we can change that at a later date when we have more members present.
But either is fine for me.
Okay.
Ron, just out of curiosity, because you come to a lot of these
Mhm.
and you come after a day of work at the town,
Mhm.
do you have any preference as far as whether it were at 5:30 or at 6:30?
You guys are volunteers, I'm,
Well, I
you
know,
know,
Yeah, but
but on the other hand, you come from,
early would be better, but I'll work with whatever the
I honestly
majority.
think that 5:30 would be a better meeting time for us, for businesses as well. If
Mhm.
there's somebody that needs to meet late, then we can always schedule it for later. But I'd like to move that to 5:30
That would
if
be-
everyone is.
it would be
Is good
fine
with
with
it's fine with
me.
me.
I'm just
5:30.
thinking,
Okay.
that way you could come straight over. I mean, I understand we're volunteers and so on, but just
Yeah.
including you.
Yeah.
Coming over right after, at the end of the day and
Yeah.
not,
I appreciate it.
Andy, are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Everything else is at 5:30 these days.
So I think we'll move that to 5:30.
Okay, do you need that changed in here?
Yeah, we'll need that changed. And we may have to wait until January to do that,
Okay,
because we've already published other documents that say it's gonna be defined. So, something to think about and consider. We don't need to do that at this meeting.
okay, will you put a pin in that one so that we come back, so that,
All right, 2 hours to cancel a meeting. All votes taken by the planning board require a quorum, which must be in person. Virtual attendance shall not count.
then the other biggest changes were under decisions and timelines. And we reorganized the sequencing of some of those points and we added in all of the terms for conditional approval that came out of the
Out of that
planning
training the
board
other
and
night.
zoning training, right?
Yep.
So that's on page 7 under decisions and timelines.
Yeah, so if a board determines that a development has a regional impact, the board deadline to act on the application is extended by 30 days. Therefore, the board has a total of 95 days, 65 plus 30 to act on an application.
Do you want us to take turns reading so you don't get stuck in?
Is this, that's really the only big change. That is by RSA. And that is something that was at the training we heard a lot about. If the planning board does not act on an application within 65 days of a days of having found it to be complete, or within 95 days if the development is determined to have a regional impact, the governing body must approve it. Failure of the governing body to approve the application allows the applicant to appeal to Superior Court, which must act within 30 days and may order the municipality to pay applicants reasonable costs, including attorney fees, if finding of the governing body failure to act was unjustified. The board shall act to approve conditional approvals and disprove an application or disprove an application. A conditional approval is not final. If the applicant is approved with the conditions, the board shall include a detailed description of all conditions necessary to obtain a final approval and written decision. Representation by the applicant are not binding unless made a condition of the board's approval. Conditions must be reasonable and related to ensure the compliance of relevant criteria as laid out by ordinance or by regulation. The board may impose three kinds of conditions. Standard condition: approval of the application is limited to the project as described in the application and shown on the plan. Condition precedent: all such stipulated conditions must be fulfilled in order to obtain final approval, e.g. revised plans, escrow funds, final documents, receipt of local, state, and federal permits, fulfillment of all conditions precedent. Proceedings must be fully documented with that documentation issued by the related agent or agency as defined by the board and provided to the board. Conditional subsequent. Such conditions apply going forward, i.e. hours of operation, maintenance, drainage, maintenance of landscaping, lighting, times, etc. Conditional subsequents are those conditions or operations that are for the life of the project. They are attached to an approval, and the conditional approvals that include only conditions subsequently construed a final decision agreeable under RSA. RSA 676:4I, conditional approvals involved conditions precedent is only the interim step of the process of the board consideration and is not a final approval. A valid final approval under statute requires that there be no unfulfilled condition precedent. A compliance hearing is required in which the board must exercise its discretion to decide if the stipulations, conditions, and precedents have been met. When conditions precedent have not been met, the final approval may be granted and final plans signed.
Have been met.
What?
Have been met.
Have been met. So this have been met. Oh, have been met and the final approval.
Mhm.
Number 9, go ahead, Linda.
If the application is disapproved, the board shall provide the applicant with written reasons. Failure of the board to make specific written findings of fact supporting a disapproval shall be grounds for automatic reversal and remand to the Superior Court upon appeal, unless the court determines that there are other factors warranting the disapproval. And then 9, we modified as required in RSA 676:3. A notice of decision will be available for public inspection at the town office within 5 business days after it is made. It will also be sent by certified mail to the applicant. The written decision shall include specific written findings of fact that support the application's approval, conditional approval, or disapproval.
Okay.
And just as a comment, we chose to include all of that to make sure that it was very clear what conditional approval means and requires.
Right, because currently it's not very clear.
No. And I think there was, where I think we've run into some problems is where someone either says that approval has been granted, but we have no documentation or evidence. And there's also been, I think, some sense from some applicants, well, if they meet some conditions, they can be loose on the others and those can slide along. So we wanted to tighten that up. And finally, we wanted the purpose of the compliance hearing is to make sure that there's that final protection for the town that we get to review everything, make sure that all the conditions have been met so that somebody can't start work until that happens. And just,
Okay.
Ron, does that seem to cover everything?
Yeah, and it actually helps the applicant too, because they're contracting this work out.
Yeah.
And they're
Exactly, makes it clear.
stipulating in the contract, this is the approved plan, but then if they deviate from it, they have something that they can use
Mhm.
in their contract with that contractor. And it's twofold, you know, it
Yeah.
helps the town and the applicant.
Yeah, it's a good. We also added in that, one alternate, that we have one alternate representative to the Lakes Region Planning Commission.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right,
Should we put anything in there about the regional impacts? You know, because it adds a 30-day addition to the 65 days, so to 95. That the applicant, because the applicant may not know that there's a regional impact.
It'll be at their site plan hearing,
yeah, we'll be at
Okay.
the site plan hearing and,
So no need to put it in writing, just.
because
delve in.
there's extra notices that go out.
Right,
and-
right.
Yeah,
And it's gonna be an added cost to the applicant if it's decided that it's a regional impact.
Mhm.
yeah.
So,
So we're covered as far as all of that part
I
is
think
concerned.
so.
I think that we've moved
Is that what you're
much better
concerned
than we
with?
were.
Yeah.
All right, so I would, say that we have reviewed this on this date. Linda, if you could make the final draft,
Mhm.
make everything in black, take out the on, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
We'll put that on our next meeting for adoption. So we need to put in a review date for today. And then the final draft, potentially we'll have a date of our next meeting.
Mhm.
You gonna put any signature lines on that?
We never have.
No?
We can.
Signature lines for,
For the current sitting, it was adopted by this board, so it'll be just an idea.
Yeah, no, I understand this. I'm just looking at all the dates that we
Yeah.
haven't reviewed it. We never have.
You don't know who was sitting when it was,
Oh, I do.
No, you do, but- no, it's up to you folks.
is that, have you seen that done in other ones, that the signatures of the board who approved it?
It happens sometimes, yeah. Something.
I don't disagree with that. So you know, and then if we had questions, we could always go back.
Well, and if someone challenges this document and saying, well, who wrote it, who approved it? Well, it was that board, well,
Who's
prove
that
it.
board?
Oh,
Yeah, so,
it had
so
put back in the
put,
minutes.
right,
5 signature on it,
That is-
please.
just it tightens it up there.
Yeah, no,
Would that be-
fully,
Sort of underneath where it says adopted,
Yeah.
add 5 signature lines?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the right
Mhm.
side, yeah. And then when a new adoption happens, that can go away and the new
Mhm.
signatures go in.
right, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll fix it.
That's an idea.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we all good with that?
Looks good.
Andy, you good with that?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm having trouble with the screen here. Just a note, Ron, when you look at this video, pay attention to 7:25 to about 7:30. Linda was talking, Hootie was
Yeah.
looking at her, and she was blurred right out.
Yeah, because the broken blind there, the sun was coming through behind her.
Yeah, can we get some kind of a film for that window?
We'll get a new blind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of tattered. It needs to be replaced.
Andy,
Yep.
could you hear?
The audio was fine though, right?
Yeah, the audio was fine. It was just you couldn't be seen at all. Your face was not visible. Actually, most of you wasn't visible.
Right.
Okay, you mean I was a glowing light?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see that. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I have 5.1, the recreation thing. We will put a picture of some type of recreational as a starter for it, and a big thing that says recreation as the first page. This is for the master plan,
Okay,
chapter 5.
okay, and that's for where, I'm sorry, I'm,
Recreation. Chapter 5, for master plan.
oh, okay. May I ask a question? Has the vision statement been posted? I know Jane was gonna talk to Marissa about getting it on the town website.
Yeah,
I looked
well,
earlier, I couldn't find it.
It's not. Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't post anything to the different
Right.
Facebook pages. Okay,
I will let you know as soon as it is.
okay, thank you.
First thing, you've all seen this. Does anyone have any problems, concerns, or issues?
I do know.
Okay, so this will go on to the town webpage under a section of the master plan for proposed master plan. And they'll be able to do public comment somehow.
Okay, so
Okay.
currently then we're asking people, as soon as they're posted, to just review the vision statement. For any further comments, the land use chapter and recreation.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, yeah, as soon as you let me know, I'll put the word out and just ask people,
Okay.
please to.
There
look
was
at
a
it.
section, you were going to correct some sections on chapter 1, the
On
land
land
use.
use.
Have you not, you haven't done that yet, have you? It escaped your mind.
It might not have. I thought I did fix that,
Okay,
but let me check.
okay. I haven't seen a copy of it. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
And as I pulled this up, I saw some errors right away. There are
Okay.
approximately 17 of them.
Ah, okay. I
That's my
may,
new brain.
where is that showing up? Or where, because I may not have, Kendall, so if I didn't, I wanna get to it.
Okay, come see me tomorrow. I'll make sure you get it.
I have to go down to Boston for
Okay.
doctor stuff, but
Yeah.
let's talk after the meeting, so I.
Yeah, we'll talk after the meeting. I'll make sure you get it. Okay?
Yeah.
So that one is not ready to go to the public yet.
But I can fix it like right away.
Yeah, we'll take care of that right away.
Mhm.
Um,
And that's vision.
not the correct one.
No, nor the cucumber sandwiches.
It's from my recipe book.
Uh-huh.
We had a vision statement which, we all approved of last time.
Right.
Are we all still good with that?
Yeah.
We all reviewed it. So if you're good with that, I will have Jane post that as well.
I'm good with it.
Okay,
Okay.
This is the updated vision, so. Okay. So a bit longer than what I'd wanted. That's not it either.
No, it's not.
There is a final version of this somewhere here. But
All right, let's,
Jane has it, so if you guys are all good with it, then that's what we'll go forward
Mhm.
with. Okay, I'll ask her to post those two documents for public comment. And then the only one we have left is the vision statement that we will be doing on, that next meeting. No, not vision statement, land use,
land use, right?
sorry.
Yeah. I
I'm
think
going to
I
need
had
to
put
eat
it, hadn't I think I had put it in I know what it was. I'd put it in a Google Doc. I'd sent a link to everyone. And I don't know if anybody had gone in and made any changes or suggestions.
I couldn't access that link.
Really?
It kept saying error. I don't know why.
I think
Google
that-
document, right?
Yes, it
You
was.
shared a Google document
Yeah, I think,
and I couldn't
yes,
get
now
to it.
that he mentions that, I think that was the issue.
Okay, did I send you a link and you
Um,
got, and it didn't say ask for permission or ask for
No,
access?
Just for the Google, when the sharing the Google Doc, it asked, well, it clicked on it and then it
Okay.
just errored. It said, yeah, I can't.
All
can't do
right,
it.
let me try sending that again, because
Okay.
that's why I was thinking.
That's what it was, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so let me try, I can also send it as a Word file.
send it as a Word document to everybody,
Okay.
everyone can open that, and we will discuss it at our next meeting.
Okay, because that was, I thought I'd made changes, and I think they were in that.
Yep.
File, okay, yeah,
Well,
but
I
I'll
just
send it
didn't
as a
access
Word file.
Okay,
Would you like to be included on that, Ron?
sure. Our next meeting will be June 4th.
Mhm.
Do we have anything else come before us? Okay, and then the time being 7:44, we're done.
Okay.
Have a